Right, of course, because I should know who that is.
I don't care what you think.
I'll
tell you something that rubbed me right.
Felger and Maz on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Alan in Westwood wants to talk about the demise of the Red Sox. Yes, Alan.
Well, I actually want to talk about Wembanyama first. You made a proclamation that he's not going to win more than 1.5 championships. I would love to put $5,000 in an escrow account and we collect in 20.
You're breaking up. You're saying you have over 1.5 championships.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The guy's a unicorn. So, but I don't know if you can do that. If you can put $5,000 into a S&P account, an escrow account, and we can see who wins in 20 years. So, 20. As for the Red Sox,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, money. As for the Red Sox, people need to cut off Nesson. They need to stop going to the games. They need to stop merchandise, everything, so they can, Henry gets the message. The only thing he cares about right now is his revenue, and his revenue stream is great.
So we hear this all the time.
It's good. Don't go, because you've just now opened a seat for someone from out of town, whether it's Kansas City or all the people from Europe who are here for the World Cup for the next month. You're not going to go? Fine. You've just made your tickets available, and those people will buy those tickets, and the stadium's always going to be full. The stadium's part of the problem.
They got the trump card on that one. People will always go to that ballpark regardless of who's playing in it. So they get the look, and that makes the Red Sox a good buy. That's why they were a good purchase, because of that ballpark, and they know it.
Will in Bridgewater on the World Cup. Yes, Will.
Felger, I just want to give you an interesting tidbit about the U.S. national team and kind of where the coach's head is at. I don't want to make this crossover sports kind of take, but we could have a 96 Parcells situation. Fabrizio Romano, the Schefter of soccer, reported that...
going back to Tottenham, right?
Back to AC Milan. Or not back to AC Milan, but to AC Milan, and kind of overlooking this tournament and kind of looking at his next move. We don't want to be a launching pad for a career, for a salvage career. We want to be a destination. I can't believe this is happening. It's really frustrating.
Wasn't he the Tottenham coach too, manager?
He was, yeah.
So, okay, sidebar. I mean, listen, facts are facts. The U.S. soccer has been in the same place. When I say same place, meaning the same place in the world and the World Cup for a generation. They've been a team that basically usually qualifies, usually gets out of their group, and then usually gets their bleep pushed in the knockout round. Okay, they've won one knockout round game since 1930 or whatever it is. They made it to the quarters once. It was 2002. We've gotten no better than that in 25 years. We've gotten no better.
And for the way it's talked about, the way it's hyped, it's the first time the U.S. is hosting this thing in 32 years. If it was on the track that those people thought it was going to be, they'd be, if not a powerhouse, maybe like a sneaky threat to maybe win this thing or make the Final Four of it. We'll be lucky for them to make the knockout round this time.
It's embarrassing that we haven't. So now fans will say, though, but it's gotten better. Look at all the guys playing in Europe. If it doesn't net out
right for here and us,
to the U.S. team advancing in the World Cup, what do I care? That McKinney plays there and Pulisic plays there and so-and-so plays wherever in Germany. I don't care about that. I care about the U.S. team, not what they're doing in the Bundesliga. So it has to translate to this week, this month. And there's just no excuse, especially since now, and there was critical mass. You do have a legitimate domestic league. The MLS is not I've just been looking it up in the breaks. It is ranked internationally anywhere from the 10th to the 12th best league in the world. Like the Premiership and Serie A and the Bundesliga and like all those European leagues are still ranked ahead of the MLS. But I think the one I was looking at right here, the MLS is the top league in the world outside of Europe. Okay, so it's like 10th in the world, which isn't horrible. So the league has gotten solid footing. It's a real factor in a lot of markets here in America. It's a legit league that's not going anywhere. The U.S. team 25 years ago was just sort of cracking contention with some identifiable stars on those teams. And 25 years later, you're in the same spot. And you were hosting the thing, and you knew you've been hosting the thing for how long? Over a decade. And we're not any better than that? So sorry. That's not good enough. How about Jeff at work on Christian Gonzalez? Yes, Jeff.
Hi, guys. Is the problem with Gonzalez like the time of the contract? And my question to your producer was, it is the agent that is also, I guess, the agent for the guy from Seattle. So can he use that?
Yes.
And make it, extremely difficult. And don't forget Vrabel, that guy full of fakakta, like you say. He knows about this. He knows about this. There's no way he's not involved, but he's a player, so he has that. Where Belichick wasn't, a professional player, but
right. No. If I had to guess, they're all just playing nice, and they haven't even really entered the ring. It's just a guess from the outside.
I would agree that it's been, casual dancing at this stage.
Yeah, shadow boxing.
Yeah.
They haven't even really engaged in the thing yet.
Yeah, I would agree.
And if they have, and they have a broad understanding, and that's why everyone's playing nice, and that's great news. If you know that, great. You believe that, fine. I have nothing to disabuse you of that notion. I would be surprised. I've said this now a million times, and I look at both sides of it. I would be surprised if Christian Gonzalez at this stage was being reasonable. This is the stage you be unreasonable. You come in high. I don't want to just be the highest paid corner in the game. I want to get closer to the other big time, highly paid defensive positions. I want to get closer to what pass rushers make. I want to get closer to what receivers make. We cover these guys. I just shut down a guy who signed for, what did Smith and Jigba just sign for? $40 million a year? I don't know.
Something like
30, $40 million a year? Well, if he makes that, I just shut him down, and we can debate whether he truly should. But you know what I'm saying? This is what I think Christian Gonzalez would be doing at this stage, being unreasonable. And I think that the Patriots at this stage would be saying, if we're going to pay you early, it's going to be at a discount to us. So I'd be surprised if either side were doing anything other than that. And because they don't need to do anything right now, they're just playing nice to play nice. Gonzalez has a charity event. He wants everyone to show up. He doesn't want to blow the thing up at this stage. Maybe not his nature to begin with. The team, of course, doesn't want that mess. So they're all just playing nice, and they haven't even really begun the thing yet. Would be a guess, but I have no knowledge of that at all. I just, since when do the Crafts pay someone top dollar before they have to?
Never.
They'll pay someone a team-friendly deal before they have to. Like, if we're paying you early, there's something for us. You give, we give, and that's how we do it. Go early and pay them at the top of the market? That doesn't sound like them.
Nope.
And if you know Christian Gonzalez's agents, that doesn't sound like them either.
Nope.
So
that's why right now there's no deal.
How about Josh in Attleboro just jumped on the Red Sox. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey, how we doing, guys?
Good. What do you got?
Good. So I have a serious question. I don't know if this is the right show to ask it, but I want to know, do you think Craig Bresel actually wants to win, or he's more worried about his numbers with his nerds?
I think a lot of these guys get off on their system rankings as much as anything.
No, they want to be the smartest guy in the room. They want to win for less. That's what they want to do. They want to win their way is what they want to do. And this is the part I don't get for guys who are former athletes. Like, it's all about the winning. At the end of the day, nobody really gives a rat's ass whether it costs you another $10 million or not. So, but they're all into this. Again, they're not competing on the field anymore. They're competing in the front office. How many games can you win and for the dollars you're spending, and what guy can you find and develop that no other one, put stock in? They're all playing it's commodities. Yes.
So, but
they're playing a commodities game. They're playing the stock market.
That, and they get off on their system rankings.
Totally.
Baseball America, whatever. Those prospect rankings. They get off on it.
Totally.
So, does he want to win? He'd like to win, but I think he wants to win deals and have a highly regarded system in that thing.
They've completely lost sight of what the thing is or what it's supposed to be. I don't know. Maybe we've lost sight of what it is and that it is business, and it's but that ratio or that war inside the sport, the business versus the baseball, has always been there. It just now feels more out of whack than ever before.
Mike and Haverhill on the soccer. Yes, Mike.
So I think you're wrong about the growth of the U.S. national team for one specific reason.
Wrong about what?
Like, the development of the how much better the program is now than it was, say, 20 years ago.
I'm not saying it's any better. I'm saying we're in the exact same spot.
And I'm trying to tell you that it actually is better. And the reason is
based on what?
This team has a higher ceiling. In years past, when we went to the World Cup, we would play in a bunker style, set up in front of the net, and hope to God we can hold out beat somebody by holding out long enough and try to hit them on a counterattack.
Yep.
This team actually has a higher ceiling.
Okay,
they have creators.
Can I see that?
They have. This is probably something to look for this World Cup, because all of those guys that I'm telling you about are now at the right age. They are now in their mid-20s. They're hitting the peak of their careers. This is the World Cup to see it.
Okay.
So they're going to make the quarterfinals then?
They absolutely would make the quarterfinals. No doubt about it. Yes.
You think they're making the quarters this year?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I hope you're right.
They'll have they should win the group. Turkey's a good team, but they should win the group. They're better than them. And they should win their round of 16 game because they have a good matchup. And then all it takes now is nuts on the table time, beat a good team, and you're in the quarterfinals.
Okay, listen. If that happens, I'll give it to them.
I just feel like for the better part of 20-plus years, it's always disappointment. It's just...
And I feel like...
You know how many times I've heard that exact thing?
I know, right? And I feel like some of these friendlies, they have not acquitted themselves well. Like, Pulisic scored the other day against Senegal. It was like his first goal of the year. In all these friendlies and other Copas and blah, blah, whatever, wherever they're playing. He hadn't scored all year. It was his first goal. We was it 3-2? We beat Senegal. We lost to Germany the other day. I don't know.
So pardon my ignorance on this.
But listen, if they advance to the quarters for the first time in 24 years, yes, I'll tell you that we've made progress. Scoreboard, fine.
So you get an automatic bid for hosting. If they weren't the host country, would they even be in this?
So they didn't qualify 2 turns ago. They qualified last go-round.
4 years ago, yeah.
This year, would they have? I like to think so, but I don't trust them. Like, from where I sit, they're no better. But that'll be proven in the next couple weeks. Show me. That's fine. Get out of the group. I think for them to get to the quarters, because they changed the format a little bit, I think they have to win 2 knockout round games to get to the round of 8. I think they go, the first knockout round is the round of 32, then the round of 16, and then they go to the quarters. So you got to get out of the group and then win 2 knockout round games. You do that, fine. I'll give it to you. I'll wave the red, white, and blue pom-poms. No problem. We've made tremendous progress.
But Maz is right. How many times have I heard that call?
Oh, my
heard
God.
That conversour in person. No, this is the year. High ceiling. Like, okay.
And listen, I got swept up in it too. Back in 2010, I said, remember our buddy Jack there in Rhode Island?
Of course.
I said, soccer's going to catch baseball. It's going to be the 4th sport. And Jack said, no. I said, well, how old are you? I said, was that going to be in your lifetime, pal? It was one of the worst things. One of my lowest moments.
No, I think you said to him, you're not going to be around to see it.
Right. I didn't know he was as young as he is. Whatever. I take it back, Jack. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're still with us. I was wrong. I thought soccer was coming. The momentum there with the national team, national TV deals, MLS was on solid footing. I thought we were coming. And now here we are, just hosting the World Cup in the spot where I thought soccer would have broken through, and we haven't. It's not. It's in the exact same spot. It's basically daycare for your kids in this country. And if it's grown at all, it's just because you like the Premier League or international soccer. And the MLS has come along as a league. That MLS has grown as a league. You just can't watch it because the dummies put it behind some paywall on the internet. So their progress, what's it worth? They've got a few subscriptions out of it, but it hasn't grown the game, the dummies. And the national team, I'm going to have to see it to believe it. I ain't taking the cheese again on that.
That guy said they'll be in the quarters, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm betting against them.
Yeah, well, I'll take the under on that one, too. But I'm happy to be wrong. I'll be rooting for him. I'll be watching. I'll be rooting. Back to your calls right after these words.
Felger.
Shush.
Maz. The Sports Hub.
Hey, guys. Hello. How are you? Good, you? Great. Got here late carrying in the second row. Yeah.
but what have you seen with Drake and AJ connection?
Oh, I mean, again, I think that, they found each other a couple times yesterday in the red zone. And I think that's a work in progress. I think that's just how it goes from having, a player come in that, I think that connection is critical to rely on. A quarterback and receiver have to be on the same page. Practice is critical. The reps are critical. I think sometimes when you get players that have had success in this league and they come, onto your team, you get an opportunity to learn maybe what's worked for them and what they've been able to, pick up over the years of doing it. And so there's some professional initiative. I think we have that in every facet of our program. When the players go out there, whether it's Kevin Byard or Draymond Jones, and say can we do it this way? Yeah, sure, as long as we're on the same page. And so I think that'll happen with Drake and AJ as well. That there'll be some things that maybe he's done before that he likes, and there'll be things that we'll add new to him.
It's Mike Vrabel earlier today talking about the connection between A.J. Brown, Drake May, a quarterback. We'll continue with your calls here. Felger will be back in the studio in just a second. Pete is in, where the hell's Pete in? Pete's in the car. Pete, what do you got?
Yeah, hey, just to support you guys' position on soccer in this country, just for perspective, Christian Pulisic at number 79 is the only American who's ranked in the top 100 in the world as a soccer player. Conversely, there are 12 Europeans, including Giannis, Wemby, Jokic, Doncic, all in the top 10 European players. If you take that from the point of the dream team in '92 when Europe was so far behind us and how they've caught up versus our last World Cup here in the States, we really haven't made any progress at all when you look at that as far as player development.
I think it's a good point. The world has caught up to us in basketball much more than we've, not that they've caught us, but they are progressing and starting to catch up to us, where soccer is, again, from a results standpoint, in the exact same place.
No, it's a good way to look at it. I don't know, you may have missed the very...
I probably did, yes.
Yeah, the very beginning of it. He said Pulisic is ranked 79th in the top 100 soccer players in the world, whereas if you look at the basketball players, between Jokic, Giannis, Doncic, there are a number of Europeans that are ranked in the top 10 or 15 in basketball. And he's right. He's right. So we're not, I mean, I would love someone to give us a real detailed sort of explanation. I mean, Mike, I keep asking the question. Our very best athletes, are they playing soccer?
Maybe they're not. And we can debate how we got here. I frankly don't care. And I'll take whatever answer is the answer. I just care that we're here. That we made the quarterfinals in 2002, and we haven't gotten past that since. And we've actually gone backwards results-wise. We haven't won a knockout game in 24 years. We didn't qualify 2 turns ago. So I just want to be getting better on the international stage. I just want the U.S. to compete, to legitimately contend at this level, because we have the athletes to do it. Whether the best guys, I'll still say.
No, I understand your point.
Obviously, the best guys who are 6'4" and above are going to play hoops, or 6'6" and above. I got it. There aren't a lot of 6'6" soccer players. I mean, that's not just, it's not all about size like it is in basketball. So the tall guys are going to go play basketball. Fine. The guys who are really big are going to go play football. I got it. How many people are in this country? 500 million? I mean, and so after all the basketball players go play basketball and the football players go play football, what's left should still be among the best athletes on the planet to play the sport. You should be able to pluck out enough of them to compete on the international stage. And it doesn't feel like we're getting any closer. But all you people who want to tell me we are, fine, we're going to find out. I'll be happy if you're right. Mike in Virginia. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Felger, you're absolutely right. It's a joke. USA men's soccer team is a joke. It has been for the past 10 years. And the fact that we're not even ready for the World Cup, we don't even have referees because they're getting stopped at the airport because
that was one guy.
I know, but still, hey, one guy. But still, it's just never going to be America soccer. It will never, ever. And Maz, you're right. Portugal is going to win. Viva Portugal.
Okay, well, his vote sounds a little biased.
But by the way, because again, I was in the bathroom. Do we play the Vrabel sound coming out?
Regarding A.J. Brown, yeah.
Him calling on Karen first. I just wanted to play that again because I just wanted to point out again the champion of female and women reporters everywhere, Mike Vrabel, is continuing to call on Karen Garesian first and josh around with the female reporters down there and giving them extra time and extra consideration because no one stands for and supports female reporters more than Mike Vrabel. He is the champion of female reporters everywhere. Just wanted to make that point. Dante and Linfield on the Revolution's role in all of this, which I think they have a role in all of this, at least where I sit. Go ahead, Dante.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? I can't agree with Felger more about just the way that soccer is in this country. Like, everyone plays at a young age when they're young, and like you said, it's kind of like daycare, but then everyone just drops it, and the Revolution just have no advertising. They have no move to get people to want to watch the games. They play on artificial turf. Hopefully this new stadium can help, but I mean, the diversity in Boston and Massachusetts alone is huge. I went to the Brazil-France game at Gillette Stadium, and it was really cool to see.
Yeah, Dante, I'm going to let you go. Your phone's not good enough. When I say the Revolution have a role in this, in terms of me as a wannabe soccer fan in Boston, it would help if the Revolution was a better product and had more interesting players and had more investment behind it from an ownership level and a real stadium after 31 years. They still don't have a stadium. I don't even know if they have a stadium deal. I asked this before. Did we get an answer on it? I know Everett approved that new stadium on one level, but do they have the deal in place? In other words, right now it's in front of environmental review?
Yeah.
Okay. So they got Everett apparently signed off on it on whatever level. If they get these environmental approvals, all systems go, they're ready to go? Or do they still have to get financing? Or do they have the actual deal? Do they have it in queue and it's just ready to go as soon as they get the environmental sign-off?
Okay, so what I saw online said that in terms of the funding for the stadium, it's all going to be private. There is a deal for the Crafts to provide some money down the road for some of the infrastructure costs.
But do they have the deal in place?
Okay, that's what it sounds like. I mean, again, I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you what I looked up.
I mean, this has been 32 years. What was it? Was the Revolution's first year 94 or 95? Again,
it was 94.
I covered it. I think it was one of those 2 years. Okay, whatever year that was. They've been saying we're going to get a soccer-only stadium starting then. 32 years later, we still don't even have a deal. You just have drawings. And I guess a place in Everett.
96, so it's actually 30 years.
Okay, so it's like, this is, so as someone who wants to support and watch and engage in the sport, it would help if the local club was more viable, that played in a viable soccer place, that wasn't playing on plastic in a 3/4 empty football stadium in Foxborough on the internet. That, I'm sorry, is a factor. And who, oh, by the way, sucks. 31 years, no championships. Oh, but they've been in the Cup finals 6 times. Neat. Never won a championship. Always at the bottom of the league in terms of designated players, money spent, etc. Stop me if you've heard this before. So that would help for club and country. That's the expression.
So based on this quick skim here, and I think Maz saw the same thing, they just need the red tape to be taken care of, and then they can start demoing the old power plant in Everett and start building.
So it's all ready to go.
Yeah.
They have a deal.
Yes, but it still requires final state and local environmental planning permits, which in this state, we make the old JO move under the table here.
Or it's something else under the table.
Yeah. Right.
Well, something I have either your Schmenzer or something else down there, and we'll get it done. So get it done already. For Pete's sake. Final segment, thoughts, calls, emails, comes your way right after Big Jim Murray gets you updated.
Mike and Tony have a definite chemistry.
Are they? 100%.
Are they?
Yes, 100. Do I stutter?
Consider them the periodic table of sports talk.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Sorry. I mean to blow a gasket.
No. Blow it, baby. Blow it.
Felger and Maz.
Mike in Westford on the problem with soccer in the USA. What is it, Mike?
Hey, guys. So it really comes down to one thing, and it's the style of play in the U.S. And that's the biggest difference when we get to these international tournaments, where how it's taught from a very young age. It's a very fast-paced attack, kick the ball, let somebody go run and chase it style of play. Whereas if you watch the European nations, you watch the South American nations, it's much more controlled. It's a possession game.
Okay,
it's
let's teach greater technical skills and play through the middle and do the thing you're talking about.
It is a great point, and yes, that's where.
So let's do that. And I'm sorry to cut you off, caller, but like I'm a little less interested in exactly why we aren't getting any better. And I'll take your suggestions, but the fact is we're not getting any better. So correct it.
I mean, that should be easy. For crying out loud, that's just about the people you bring in to teach the sport. But I think he's talking about what I would call the scholastic game. Like, that's how a lot of the schools play. I think the college game is like that. Like, is that how, because now, again, there are development programs here. Is that what they're teaching? I doubt it.
I don't know. I just know it's not good enough. And I don't feel like that there is, and this is a question, I don't think there is a centralized training at the youth level. Again, like I keep going back to U.S. hockey. The U.S. National Development Center in, where is it, Lansing, Michigan? It's somewhere in Michigan. And you go there, they identify the top high school players in the country. They recruit them to go there. They, again, I put in air quotes, kind of go to school, but they're really just there to develop as hockey players. And they start it at, if not quite the youth level, then the high school level, the early high school level. And it's centralized and it's funded and really good hockey people are behind it. And it worked. We caught up to the rest of the world internationally. We compete with Canada now because of that program. Why can't we do the same thing in soccer?
Well, we could.
We should. Because no one individual club, and like there's these MLS, they have MLS academies.
Yeah.
Where kids go and play for you play for the Revs and the, but instead of having the 30 different, why don't we just
centralize,
commit to it as a country and have the best of the best of the best in one place, and those kids train at that one place, and you invest in it, and you're smart about it. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there for some sort of solution. There's just no excuse for us to have the many athletes as we do and be stuck in the exact same place we've been my entire life. There's no excuse for that. Let's do an email here before you take some more calls. I'll get it out of the way because there's another point I want to hit on.
It's the Coleman Electric email of the day. Dear Felga, I really hate you. And I think Maz is a boob. It's electric. The Coleman Electric email of the day. It's electric. Send yours to Felger at 985thesportshub.com.
Email of the day brought to you by Coleman Electric, a bunch of really good electricians helping homeowners just like you. When you need an electrician, you want to call Coleman.
It's electric.
It is electric. Kuhlman. How many times do I have to tell you that? It's the German Coleman. Kuhlman. Panel replacements, old wiring that's got to come out. They're the absolute experts in that. But any home electrical need that you have, those are your guys. Coleman Electric. So like one of these jumping off points, the Wall Street Journal had a story that I read last week, I think. Headline, Americans used to jeer at soccer. Now it's more popular than baseball, which I firmly reject. But they used as justification for saying that soccer is more popular than baseball. A survey conducted by The Economist publication, recently reported that 1 in 10 Americans now name soccer as their favorite sport, narrowly edging out baseball, 9%, as the nation's third most popular behind football and basketball. Murray asked a great question. How old are the sample? Like, are you asking 8-year-olds, the 13-year-olds that play the effing internet game, the video game? What is it called?
FIFA.
So, or whatever. So I just reject it. Because from where I sit, soccer has not gotten any more popular than it was 25 years ago. It's the same. People want to argue it. Mark writes in, says soccer is on the verge of taking over, Felger. You will be proven right, sort of. Felger, soccer is absolutely growing in popularity here. It gets bigger every day. Maybe not with old farts like you and Maz, but the younger generation is obsessed. I live in Boston and think you do as well. When I go downtown most days, I see more EPL or European kits, jerseys, than I do Boston sports teams. When it comes to young kids, almost 9 out of 10 kids are wearing a sports shirt. If they are wearing a sports shirt, it's European soccer. Mark in Brighton. So what? Let me tell you this. The kids wearing the EPL jerseys does not mean it's growing in the States. That doesn't help. You'll know it's growing in the States when they wear Revolution jerseys or U.S. men's national team jerseys. Or kids wearing an international jersey is, to me, not a sign of growth. Sorry, it's not. You'll know when they're wearing the American jersey and the MLS jersey and the U.S. men's national team jersey. That's when you'll know it's taking over here.
I'd also be willing to bet that some of the young kids, because I do see a lot of Messi jerseys, but Messi is also a playable character in Fortnite, which isn't even a soccer game. It's a shooting game. Like, kids know these players from different stuff from what they're actually from is the point.
Mike in Marshfield with a thought on this. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, hi, fellas. Good to talk with you. Love listening to you, especially when you're fighting. I just want to offer an alternate explanation of why soccer hasn't taken off.
Just do it quickly.
Okay. I've got European cousins, England and Ireland. They live and die by this sport. I tried to like it. I could not. What I see is a fellow who is very gifted as an athlete, going down the field, losing a ball. The guy that takes it off him goes down the field the other way, loses the ball. By the time 90 minutes are up, the game is over, and it's 1-0 or 2-1.
Okay, not enough scoring, too much kicking the ball around and losing the ball. Okay, I got it.
I don't think that's it, though. I think a lot of people have evolved on that one. Like, I used to feel that way. I don't feel that way about soccer anymore. I mean, I think the level of athleticism and skill in that game is ridiculous sometimes. And I mean ridiculously good. Like, there are certain guys you can see in terms of their ability to possess the ball and, handle the ball that is breathtaking.
Let me tell you what I need. I need a rooting interest. For me personally, I'm not talking about you. You have your own. I'm not telling you what to do.
I mean, most people do.
But for me, I have to have a skin in the game. Pretty much any game. For me to really be passionate about it. So I'm a passionate fan about the teams I grew up with in Wisconsin, or I'm a passionate Bruins fan because that was my team, or I'm passionate about U.S. hockey. That's America. I'm a hockey fan. The 1980 thing is stuck in my thing, and so I'm passionate about that. I will be passionate about U.S. soccer. I love the U.S. as an underdog. That's sort of like the sweet spot. I root against the U.S. in the Ryder Cup in golf. I think we're a bunch of unlikable front-running bitches in golf. The U.S. men's basketball team, I tend to root against. This last turn, I didn't mind him as much, but I tend to root. I have a hard time rooting for favorites. So the U.S. as an underdog is a sweet spot for me. I will be passionately, but if the U.S. men's national team is not going to get any better, they're not going to repay my passion with any progress or any sort of smart growth, then they've kind of lost me. Like I said, I'll be watching Friday, and I'll be into it. And happy to talk about it if you want. But if they're just going to be a team that squeaks out of their group and then loses the first knockout round game every 4 years, then what am I doing? When we could be so much better. And, oh, by the way, so back to kind of that email. I can't adopt an EPL team, an English Premier League team. I tried it, but, I have no reason to root for any one of those teams. So I can't just, randomly adopt a team. That's just not how I'm wired. I got to have grown up with it or be in my blood somehow. So the European soccer does very little for me. I could bet it. When I was in Italy 2 weeks ago, I bet the the Champions League match.
Yep.
Paris and Arsenal. And it was great. I watched it on the street in Florence. It was a blast. Packed pubs and all that. It was great. I bet it. I lost. But that'll get me to watch if I bet it. But short of that, I got to have a reason. And the sport has not given me enough of a reason. And the local club, I would root for the Revolution, has not given me enough of a reason. It's their fault, not mine.
Well, and then to your point further, MLS hasn't made it easy for you either, independent of the Revs.
Right, and even if I wanted, I can't watch the matches Even if the Rebs were viable, I couldn't watch them. They're not on TV. I don't even know, frankly, what Apple TV Plus is. I thought Apple TV. I have Apple TV. But that's not enough. There's like another layer on top of it.
Yes, there is, yes.
Yeah, go F yourself. I'm not doing that. Let's do the final word, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, it's Felger here.
Now on Felger and Maz.
It's the final
word. Recapping this 4-hour show in 4 minutes, which leads to the question, does it really need to be 4 hours long?
No. Final word brought to you by Town Fair Tire. If you are looking for the best deal on tires, there's only one place to go. It's Town Fair Tire. The best prices and great free services. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire.
Nobody.
All right. Well, our caller of the day was this sexed up gentleman.
Paul in Fairhaven on Vrabel. Go ahead, remember.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, thanks for the call. Hey, I just want to know what you guys think. With Vrabel and Rossini, when Vrabel said that was laughable, I thought that was the worst thing he could have done. But as time goes by, these news outlets accuse him of having sex, and they can't prove it. And I'm thinking Kraft and them behind closed doors are thinking whether they can have a lawsuit down the road. I just want to know what you guys think. So
there's not a lawsuit down the road.
These outlets accuse him of what?
Having sex, he said?
Yeah, and they can't prove it. I need to see photos or video.
I don't think, was there ever any one report that said they were actually having sex? Can you just, the way Paul said that was...
Again, I had trouble. I'm like, what did he just say?
I think he said sex.
We can leave it an affair.
Was there any direct accusation of actual intercourse?
Yeah, I don't think they're having an affair. I think they're just having sex.
Having sex?
Vrabel has come as close to saying that they're having sex as anybody else.
Yeah, sexed up Paul and Perry.
Yeah, seriously. I think just relationship would have been enough. You don't know you have to get...
These news outlets accuse him of having sex, and they can't prove it.
They can't prove it. What do you got?
They can't prove it.
I didn't see any pictures.
Well,
these news outlets accuse him of having sex, and they can't prove it.
The one of getting on the boat 8 months pregnant was maybe an allusion to something going on there.
It was 7 months.
Sorry.
Sex.